Alright, dudes. Praise the motherfucking sun, y'all. Cruel sun. Escanor, you bastard! I see no reason to hate those who are clearly beneath me. Yes, Iliari is basically Escanor. Well, at least if you put her soul and powers in the body and sort of aesthetic style of someone like Ryan. Hmm. Season 6 is well and truly underway. I'm liking this new progression system. It's actually motivating me to play the game more. I didn't really anticipate it having that effect, but I'm not sure if it's objective or subjective. I'm going to class it as the latter for now. So it's just me personally. It's having that effect on, but not to the nth degree though. It's not making me play the fuck out of the game, but yeah, just a bit more often than I normally would. Which I actually kind of like, yeah, because if I'm already passionate about the game, yes, despite its flaws, only it seemed tied to the higher ups, not the dev team, right? I know Team 4 are alright. I've seen that hashtag on Twitter. Uh, yeah, I've seen that, and that it, for all intents and purposes, protects. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm the protector. I love it when somebody's kept safe, like somebody innocent, somebody vulnerable, and it's yeah, as the name would suggest, it's an entire team of people, yeah, that help to make this the awesome game that it is. I mean, everything's gonna have flaws. I mean, saying something's flawed as if it's possible for anything to not be flawed. Nah, that kind of perfection does not exist. But yeah, it's like flaws are intrinsic to everything. It's just one of those things. It's like luck. Yeah, nothing is completely lucky. Everything is unlucky, at least to some degree. It's just some people, I don't know, never really have to suffer anything a day in their lives, and others, have, like me, have only ever known suffering. Don't know what it's like to not have to feel any sort of pain. Yeah, like I said before, on the stream a fair few times now, like, yeah, I'm gonna keep saying it, don't feel too bad for me. I don't get pushed even close to the edge by all of it. I'm not that sort of person. I will not let myself be broken. Hell, it's much the opposite, really. Yeah, if anybody's going to be doing any spirit breaking, it's me. So, yeah, when someone's a bona fide spirit breaker, that they don't do letting their own spirit get broken. I mean, my birthday, is International Men's Day, and look at Grimmsnarl. He's like a Pokemon embodiment of that spirit. He's only ever male, and his signature move is Spirit Break. So of course, I think you could call her his counterpart. Yeah, the Pokemon embodiment of femininity that is Hatterene. Yeah, she's only ever female, and she's like a sort of the sort of spirit of International Women's Day in Pokemon form. And yeah, like I said before, you can tell with the astrology and the signs that are around the times of year that those days occur. Like my birthday is also International Men's Day. It's a mixture of Scorpio and Sagittarius, and Grimmsnarl is dark type and fairy type. Dark equals Scorpio, fairy equals Sagittarius. And okay, the controller wanted to disconnect. I guess I am making it wait a bit long. Actually, and then Hatterene, yeah. Right, yeah, so I think International Women's Day is right in the centre of Pisces season. I think her typing is psychic and fairy, and they kind of both fall into the Pisces category. Because psychic is like third eye sort of thing, and like Pisces is like the third eye sign. And fairy is like healer, yeah, quintessential healer types, and yeah, Pisces sort of governs healing and doing anything that allows for healing to happen, like sleep. Hmm. So yeah, there's a reason for everything. I know the odd person might not do astrology or whatever, but with the things I involve with these media and like games and anime and just works of fiction in particular, like however they're presented, like a movie or a TV show, something like that. Yeah, it's kind of inescapable. Like you see it laced into like so many things. It's pretty much everywhere. Um, I mean, yeah, especially my favorite anime, Bleach. I mean, you um, find out what birthdays the characters have and how that correlates with the personality, and of course, because of the personality, that's thus their power. Um, yeah, it does check out. Even if it's something as simple as say Toshiro, yeah, he's like the well, if you don't know Bleach, yeah, he's the ice guy. Um, yeah, his birthday is around the winter solstice. So him having like it's like the strongest ice type sort of power, like yeah. Um, and then my favorite Bleach character, Kenpachi, yeah, same birthday as me, 19th of November. Um, and he's basically a personification of Al Ghul, yeah, the Dark Star, yeah. It's like the all consumer, yeah. It might sound a bit terrifying when I put it that way, but yeah, if you know Kenpachi, because um, he's literally depicted. Um, it might have shown it in the anime. I don't know if it's reached that part yet with the Thousand Year Blood War arc, but I know in the manga there's at least one panel, like comic panel, that depicts him as the way that I think traditionally that Al Ghul is always depicted, like so it's sitting atop a pile of corpses. Oh God, yeah. Sorry, I should have said trigger warning or something. Yeah. Apologies for that. Yeah, if it daunts any of you. Ugh, God damn it, I'm an idiot. Um, but yeah, well, I have already put the thing for the stream as like directed towards mature audiences. So, but yeah, I know that I'm well aware that yeah, just being an adult doesn't automatically make you able to stomach those things. I know there's some people out there that might not. So yeah, I'm very sorry towards those people. I really didn't mean to like disturb any of you. I should be more careful. But yeah, that's how it's depicted. Yeah, like just yeah, trigger warning. Yeah, bodies upon bodies and stuff, and it's like Al Ghul's doing. Yeah, so it's like Kenpachi is basically like yeah, like personification of that sort of Dark Star. Um, and that's what I have to hold back because you know I don't want to go to jail. I know people might get disturbed or maybe even like worried or scared if I tell them that, and I'm like, don't worry. One, I'm a master of self-restraint, and two, everybody else is as well. Like anybody saw me doing some like messed up shit, like they'd all just it'd be like Matrix Reloaded. There's like all of the sort of copies of like Agent Smith just piling on top of Neo. Like it would just be that. I wouldn't just get allowed to do that stuff. So even if I did, I shouldn't be. Anybody shouldn't be. Yeah, it should be shut down as soon as it's known that they're doing stuff like that. It should be shut down immediately. So just got to protect people. And sadly, because sometimes you can't protect everybody, as much as I really, really hate to admit that, I'm not going to deny the facts. Yeah, just avenge those you couldn't protect. At the very least, it might give the families of the fallen some peace of mind. So yeah, I just want to sort of rise above my treatment and not be as disappointing as the ones that have subjected me to that. Yeah, I don't want to just subject everything to that, and in return, I don't want to just reflect it all. Because I'm not that guy from X-Men First Class. Yeah, sort of that says my turn. Right after he's sort of shot at by all those men and stuff, and then he after using his power, like his sort of mutant power, to sort of absorb all the destructive energy, and he just stamps his foot once, and then there's like a shockwave, and he just gives it all back to him. That's what I'm trying to avoid being. It's like the world wants me to be that, but I don't want to be that. I don't want to be a monster. I know it may sound a bit cheesy or corny or whatever, but the monster tends to be that's the spirit of the monster tends to be what the villain channels, not the hero, and the hero is the one that, you know, gets the girl, and I kind of, well, that's kind of integral to my main goal, like creating life and whatnot. Yeah, speaking of which, this woman right here, yeah, Iliari. Yeah, I know the correct pronunciation of her name now. It's embarrassing knowing that I was pronouncing it wrong initially, but many people were. That's still no excuse, though. Yeah, I mean, it was always going to be like a name that references the sun and stuff, because it sounds, her name sounds similar to the Greek word for the sun, which is Ilios. Yes, it's the literal name of the map, the Greek map in this game. Yeah, it's named after the sun. Well, yeah, Greece is very sunny. Of course, I've holidayed there many times, at least in my childhood, and even lived there for a bit. Yeah, so I know a fair bit of the language, not that much, but a fair bit. Um, okay, yeah, just trying, trying to rein in the waffling. But yeah, people must be protected. Hang on a sec. Yeah. I mean, hell, I'm even protecting myself with the strength of my will. Yeah, protecting myself from anything extreme I might. Yeah, I don't know whether to, but yeah, just okay. I'll just give it another trigger warning. Yeah, like just sort of well, that word. It begins with S and ends with E. Yeah, like yeah. Don't ever worry about me getting pushed to that. Because if I was any weaker willed than I am, then yeah, I almost certainly wouldn't be here anymore because I would have done that thing. But because I have the strongest will in existence, everything that's happened to me, I just haven't let it so much as graze my soul. Not a scratch. That's the right example to set. And in particular, being a father is all about setting the right example. So, things like training and practice, just getting into that groove ahead of time should help. Oh yeah, speaking of time, yeah, I really wish I could have started streaming earlier because it is late now. Like, as I'm saying this, the final 3 hours of the day it's on, like this stream, it's just stupid fucking sleep pattern, and it getting ruined. It's when I try and bring it under submission, and something outside of my control sort of messes with my ability to do that. So it ends up staying sort of in an undesirable way. Yeah, just every so often it'd just be a burst of prolonged loud noise. So yeah, each time I get woken up out of sleep, and it just made the overall sleep duration just unreasonably sort of long and drawn out. yeah, just remember sleep. Just focus on having the best possible one. And yeah, just it can really help with making sure that your next day is sort of not ruined by sort of just being groggy and stuff for all of it. Yeah, look there, the signs. Libra, I think, is the odd one out. The only one that's a gold background, but all the other 11 are have a blue background. Oh god, PS4's going ape shit with the noise. So yeah, of course, Iliari is personification of the Leo spirit. Um, oh, so it sprays, is it? Trying to remember which one it was that would make the PS4 quiet the fuck down. So I may not be a Leo sun. I am a Leo rising. Yeah, I don't know if you've watched the Origin video yet, but if you have, you'll know what that regret she has is all about. Another Leo spirit it's reminding me of. A female one. Tia Hallibell. A Bleach character. Who embodies sacrifice. Yeah. Because Leo is life and vitality and stuff. If you're trying to rack your brains as to like why would someone who's all about sacrifice be a Leo, then it's the whole everybody else sort of in particular my nearest and dearest sort of fall around me, and yet I just continue to live. It's that, yeah. Um, and Aquarius is kind of the opposite of that because it's like more like this sort of noble self-sacrifice of like letting themselves sort of perish so that others can live. Yet another sort of one of the best I've come across actually. Female characters comes to mind. Yeah, when I think that self-sacrifice of Aquarius, because I know she is one. Um, spoiler alert, even though it's about something that's very iconic, but yeah, still, if you don't know the story, yeah, spoiler alert, it's a Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, I'm of course talking about Aerith and what she very sadly gets subjected to by Sephiroth because her sort of doing. I'm not sure about the details. Of doing whatever she's taking it upon herself to do with regarding the materia called holy. Yeah, that bastard Sephi just sees that as his opportunity to, well, yeah, the thing is kind of perfectly infamous for. Yeah, so I think Iliari did some. Apparently, it was I think just her soul, like which so she's not the only Inti warrior, but I think she was the only one that was like the most compatible with sort of wielding the power that all of them are known for wielding. So it's basically she's the anime character, sort of one of them. Yeah, like she's the one whose soul is compatible with the power. So it is thus best suited to it. That's why I love Bleach so much, because it's like it's like your soul and your personality is manifested as a sort of as like a power and stuff, like in particular the Shikai has, yeah, like the Shikai of your Zanpakuto. Yes, I have sort of imagined what mine might be. I know its release command would be my motto: live and learn. As to its powers, I'm not sure. I've had a fair few ideas, but I think the main one I came up with was I think the Shikai would be called subject, and the Bankai would be called test. So I basically just let myself be subjected to everything my enemy can throw at me, and then see how much of it I can survive, and then I kind of cash it in, if you will, with the jump to Bankai. Because then, yeah, when I go into test mode, then I basically just give it all back. Oh, that's kind of sounding self-contradictory with what I was saying earlier about refusing to be like that sort of X-Men character, but I think another idea would be that just my will, basically. Yeah, as long as my will is to do a certain thing, like say to survive an explosion, for example, then yeah, like it would just be done infallibly. But that's just the Shikai, though. I don't know what the Bankai would be. Probably like the flip side. Yeah, if the Shikai is I will, then the Bankai could possibly be you won't. Like, as in, you won't survive this. That sounded at least slightest bit too edgy, but yeah, coming up with a load of great ideas recently, but I just don't know which ones I should pitch or not, because the way ideas go, like it's not for glory, it's not for credit. Like, I mean, I don't exactly care. I'm that humanitarian. I don't exactly care if somebody else gets credit for my idea, just as long as it gets realized. Because, well, I am a real one, so that's all I care about. Yeah, it doesn't have to be me that's getting the praise and the compliments, or it being my idea. If somebody decides to steal it, fine. They want to be petty, if they want to be a brat, then fine, they can just go ahead and take credit for what I've invented. I think one of the absolute best ones I came up with recently was, my sort of counter to global warming. idea. Yeah, I thought of like just to just build a contraption that just hoovers up all the excess carbon dioxide. That's what's making the world heat up, and then yeah, just like get a craft to take it into outer space, and then make the sort of container like shit out all its contents, like all that excess carbon dioxide into the void, and then that's it. Craft just comes back, returns safely to Earth, and then yeah, the excess carbon dioxide is successfully got rid of. Earth's cooled down a bit, and yeah, global warming just has well been dealt with at least for a while. I'm guessing it'd have to be a recurring thing because so the temperature would feel like it was just sort of like a pendulum, like going up and then being brought down by us manually, and then well, and then rinse and repeat sort of thing. But yeah, it's like eating. Yeah, it's like whenever your hunger comes back, you just gotta eat again, sort of thing. Yeah. Okay. Chunio. That's yeah. That's inevitably reminding me of a certain legendary sort of cartoon movie, yeah, or animated movie you could call it, yeah, about a certain emperor. I can't believe I initially couldn't remember his name because I was thinking about it a few days ago, and yeah, then I did. Yeah, I just out of nowhere I just remembered it, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, finally, that's what it is. Yeah, I think it's called Cusco. Um, yeah, and it is really good. So it's like decades old now, but it is. If you haven't seen it, like, what have you been doing? Have you been living under a rock? So yeah, just go and see it. Even if you have seen it before, but like haven't seen it in ages, yeah, you should just watch it again. Because like, I mean, if you've tuned into this stream or just watching the VOD, if this is like after I finish being live, um, yeah, you probably like Overwatch, and you know about the new character, of course, because she just got put in the game, and yeah, if she's Peruvian, which I'm pretty sure Cusco is as well, then yeah, you might want to check out that movie. Just, if nothing else, just remind yourself about the culture of the place and stuff like that. It was only a matter of time, wasn't it, when until a character in this game literally went Super Saiyan for their ult. Uh, as in like, well, the main aesthetic thing that happens is their hair just sort of goes golden and just like glowing with its own light. Um, I think there's some achievement ones somewhere. Oh, I seem to have unlocked it. I was unaware of this, but okay. I guess I should equip it then. I don't see why not. I think I tend to have a cute spray for a character on West Side. And I put the Pixel one East Side. Don't think I've got the Pixel one. No. Yeah. It would seem the conditions you have to meet to unlock it are, yeah. Wait a minute. Um, yeah, I've just realised. I thought you had to do quick play. I thought you had to meet the conditions specifically in that mode to unlock the cute and pixel sprays. Guess not. I guess it's different in Overwatch 2 now. Now it's Mr. Heroes is not in the arcade anymore. Now it's in unranked with quick play. I guess it's just it's unranked now, like as a category, as opposed to just the quick play part of unranked. Yeah, I think it's just anything that's in the unranked section. So I think that means the standard deathmatch would count as well. Well, most likely anyway. Yeah. Oh god, PS4's piping up again. I feel like I had to get this skin. I used credits. Yeah, I think it was the same cost as this one, 1,900. But yeah, I had to get Daybreak because, oh my god, just look at it. It's like literally my favourite sort of pairing of two colours. Like a lot of blue, like indigo in particular, like a dark shade of blue, and a bit of gold. That's like perfect for me. Yeah, in my opinion. For colours, yeah. So I saw this skin. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm getting that immediately. This is kind of like the Iron Man one, like red and gold. Yeah, if Daybreak's blue and gold. Actually, I think it's more silver than gold. Now I look at it, yeah, it's like red and silver. I've seen a lot of. I don't want to make it sound like I'm making a judgment of anyone because I'm not. It's not from my perspective. It's just, what the general consensus seems to be. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people who play the game on stream like this, like that are female, use this skin. But if I had to guess the reason, it's because they can see themselves rocking like that if they were going to wear those clothes in real life, yeah. And I'm pretty sure they're right, yeah, they would. They would look awesome in that, yeah. If I wasn't gonna get Daybreak, then I get this. Because it's like the blue recolor of her classic look. And we got red, purple, and green. Alright. That's just the whole sort of I am of Leo spirit, so I don't know how to be cool sort of MO. It's like, oh, I'm being lame. Oh, I'm sorry, not sorry. And anyone whose birthday is around this time of year, as I'm saying this, like, please don't take offense. I'm not saying if you're a Leo sun, you're lame. No, you're not, right? Because that's not the only thing, part of you and stuff. There might be other things you have, other placements. Like stuff in Aquarius, I don't know, that means you are cool, at least in some ways. So yeah, I'm definitely not just saying, oh, someone is that sun sign, they're lame. No, that doesn't really, doesn't really make any sense. Because your soul isn't just all you are, is it? There's more to you than that. There's like the way you are when you're in battle, the way you communicate, the way you interact with others in a sort of relationship sense. The way you teach. What else? The nature of your reactions. Yeah. what comes easily to you, what is kind of a struggle for you. It's good to know those things though, because then you know how to mitigate things like struggles, or hopefully maybe even completely neutralize them. Certain character from, I think, I hope I'm getting this right. I think it's Dark Souls. Certain character from that game comes to mind. I see that victory pose. I think he's called Solaire of Astora. Reminded me of that thing I saw. The dudes. Yeah, the old video games dudes. Yeah, there's the dance. Dance to a certain 80s song. Of course, I do have the ability to sing it because I am a singer. But yeah, DMCA. So sadly, I'm not gonna do it right now. But yeah, you should know which 80s song I'm talking about. It was in the Mario movie. So if you've seen that, then yeah. Hmm. Trying to think of why they give the over the shoulder victory pose to a character. I feel like there's definitely a pattern to be recognised there. Just trying to work out what it is. Maybe fire spirit sort of characters. I know Tracer is a fire spirit, and she initially had one, and then they of course changed it because of uh, yeah, people not liking the vibes. I think Hanzo has one, and I know he's a fire spirit as well. Um, yeah, I can't really remember any others. It says 0 there for voice lines, and I'm like, I have the one that is there by default that I didn't need to unlock. So it should say 1 out of 10, but. Aye, she's a beaut. Um, Another Peruvian character I've seen recently, it's just been revealed, is Azucena for Tekken 8. I'm just wondering, because I haven't looked into it yet, I'm just wondering, are both those characters voiced by the same person? If they are, I would not be surprised at all. Because both the characters, I mean, are the same nationality. Um, so yeah, whoever the voice actor is could just be like, hey, if there's ever a female like Peruvian character in your video game that you're making, you should cast me as the one who voices them. Yeah, there tends to be patterns with voice actors and the characters they voice, but if there's going to be any pattern like that, that would be a very reasonable one to follow. Of like, yeah, them all being the nationality you are, or all speaking your first language. I think Azucena only speaks that language though. I'm not sure which one it is though, because I've seen certain people say recently that it's not just straight up Spanish. Like, there's more to it than that. Um, because Spain is in Europe and Peru is in South America, so yeah, of course there would be at least some differences. Um, But yeah, I think Azucena only speaks that language, and Iliari, as tends to be the deal with Overwatch characters, Overwatch 2, um, bilingual. God damn it, PS4. Fucking hell. Of course, this won't be an issue once I'm using the new setup. And once that's finally allowed to be the deal. Because I've been trying to get the last remaining piece of equipment for that setup. I've been trying to get it since the beginning of 2017. So it feels like I've been forced to do a link. Yeah, like in Ocarina of Time when he has to go through the 7-year slumber. Just so that he can age enough to the point where when he finally wakes up out of it, he's an adult, and then he's better equipped to destroy the evil that plagues the land. Yeah, as you can see there, the weapon charm. Yeah, I got a D20 from I think it was season 5's battle pass. Um, yeah, put that on there. It's, well, as you might have guessed, one of my favourite weapon charms because look at the coloration. And yeah, it's just matches nicely with the colours of the skin I have equipped on the character. Right now, her ult. I'll admit, I initially thought that when you sort of stick the Sunstrike, I think it is, yeah, that little mark thing that looks like a miniature sun. When you stick the Sunstrike to him, I thought you had to shoot that at like just at all, like to detonate it. But no, you don't actually have to shoot that thing. You just have to do the thing or the target that it's stuck to. You have to do that target sort of just a fixed amount of damage, at least that much damage, and then the Sunstrike will detonate. So you better off hitting it in the head because yeah, you can headshot as Iliari. So yeah, there may be some of your teammates that can't headshot, but like they might not need to do a fuck ton of damage. Like you might have a teammate Sim who's just got her beam, yeah, primary fire beam to like level 3, so it's yeah doing disgusting amounts of damage. So. Yeah, you got to look at that thing around the crosshair because after you take each shot, it or when you take each shot, it depletes and then it sort of starts filling up. But if you shoot too early, yeah, so that second shot was considerably weaker than the first because if you take it when it's like um, the the gauge is below that sort of little gap thing that's almost at the halfway point, it will be like reduced strength. So if you wait till it's filled up to like above that gap, then it'll be greater strength. I'm not sure if like it's full strength when it's anywhere above that gap, even if it's not where it is now, which is like 100% like maxed out, or it has to be maxed out to be full strength. So basically, I'm saying I don't know whether it's like analog or digital, because if it's digital, then that means there's only like two levels of strength. There's like weak and strong, and that's it. Weak is like below the gap, and strong is above it. Not so sure about that, but I think that's how it is. It is basically digital. Her secondary fire that you do healing with, it's kind of similar to a Reese's thing in that, like, you don't want to do it for too long, because then if you do, it'll get locked out, and you have to wait for it to become not locked out anymore. So best thing you can do with it is that, get it close to having run out, but not all the way. Because then if you suddenly need to use it again afterwards, then you can, like, there's no lockout. Just common sense, you know? So now my teammate Iliari's just put the pylon like just in the middle of somewhere, like out in the open. It's like they want it to get destroyed. I've been thinking of combos of what to do with their ult. Don't know if anybody else has worked this out, but I think if you, because you can't use outburst, this thing, while she's ulting. I was thinking maybe you use it. Let me switch Tracer to Hog for this demonstration. I was thinking maybe you use it to knock your enemies towards each other. So any enemies that are apart from the main group of them, yeah, you knock the sort of isolated ones towards the main group to make it just a bigger main group. Then you ult, get them with the blast of the thing when the sort of the main part of the Sunstrike hits terrain, and then it blows up, and then any of your enemies caught in the blast will have the sort of like the mini Sunstrike attached to them like a mark. And then you drop yourself into the middle of them. Oh no, wait, no, I'm skipping ahead. I want to get the sequence in the right order. No, yeah, so you're still in the air, you're still flying around with them having being tagged with the Sunstrike. Then you shoot them in the head. You're soaring around for a few seconds, shooting them in the head as much as you can to the most amount of damage. Then when your flight runs out, so you just automatically drop back to ground level, you try and drop into the midst, and then Outburst will be online again, and then you use that to like omnidirectional sort of damage. You get as many of them as you can with it, because hopefully they'll still all be clustered around the same area. And then being slowed by the Sunstrike helps as well. It prevents them or it makes it difficult for them to split up and stuff, and try and create space between each other. You do Outburst again, but this time you might not need to knock them towards each other. You could do, if there are any that have separated, you knock them towards the ones that have got a Sunstrike applied to them. Yeah, if there's any that you missed that aren't marked, then you knock them towards the ones that are marked. Or vice versa, actually. Vice versa would probably be the better way around, because then helping the Sunstrike detonate, and you're knocking the one that's been sunstruck towards their teammate that hasn't been sunstruck, so that the one that hasn't can be damaged as well with the detonation of the Sunstrike that does the most well, the beefiest amount of damage. Yeah. Well, let's see if I can. Oh yeah, I've got a thing in the settings that I think is the default. I've left it the way it is. If you hold down the button for outburst, you don't need to press jump with it to sort of like go higher or whatever. Yeah, you can just hold down the ability button and like that. And you just go higher up. That was me holding it down, and then now I'll do one that's just like me tapping it. Yeah, so there's the difference. So let's see. Knock them away. And then you'd, yeah, put them towards the their teammates and stuff, so that they ideally all get sort of hit by any detonations. Yeah. I'm a fighting game player first and foremost, so yeah, trying to like come up with combos, it's just in my nature. Hmm. If your pylon starts getting destroyed, I think you should probably move it, because if you let it get destroyed, there's a longer cooldown. It's like 12 or 13 seconds, something like that. But as you saw just then, when I just changed its position, it was only like 8 seconds. Hmm. I made a video out of it and put it on YouTube, but I think I just want to show you it anyway. It's my first match as Illari, as I pinned the replay. Yeah, I think it's that one. Yeah, seeing as though this is my first time playing as her, I was kind of trying to, yeah, desperately trying to think of the best place to put the pylon. Kind of just run out of time, so. Genji just doing typical Genji stuff, being brain dead, flailing around. Hoping he's lucky enough to get a kill and or not get killed. Every time I see my pylon get destroyed, I'm thinking, like, hey, teammates, if you saw them shooting at my pylon and not shooting at you, why didn't you shoot at them? You're just gonna stand there and watch them? No one wants that sojourn dead. Look. I ping. I ping the fucker. All of my teammates ignore the ping. Ickle baby. Ickle baby's that determined. He got what he deserved. I wouldn't normally do that, but yeah, he was so determined. He solo ults me and still fails. Hell yeah. Sporting Hansa. And as usual, bitch just refuses to die, and I'm the only one trying to kill them. D.Va just won't stop feeding. Yeah, it's funny how you never see any of the enemies feed like that. I heard the Tracer, and yeah, well dealt with there by BAP. So I've got her off Hansa. You know, Pylon's got good reflexes. Sick of them just letting Mercy just walk around like that and none of them kill her. Credit goes to BAP there. Waiting for some extra to kill the thing that's destroying my pylon, but she's just watching it instead. Surprise, motherfucker! Damn! Ah! Typical habit of my enemies. They'd rather get kills than win. Pathetic. Yeah, that's just the enemy's sort of attitude playing the game, or my enemy's attitude to get kills and refuse to be killed. Like winning and losing just don't matter to them like at all. Teammates' attitude is just lose at all costs. I haven't done any of the PVE stuff yet. I haven't bought the invasion missions because, well, like many, if not all, things that cost real life money in this game, it's horrendously overpriced. So I'm just leaving it alone. But for the people who are happy to pay that, or should I say more able to, because it would, well, trigger warning, because I know that I'm not the only one. I'm too poor, or should I say too mentally ill, and thus too poor to be able to afford the things that make me happy, so I can't live the most desirable life that I want to. I have to live an excuse for a life just because I was unlucky enough to have mental illness beaten into me by my experiences. Yeah, there's a content creator that plays this game, a woman, fellow Brit. I think, yeah, she has a physical disability and has sort of discussed certain topics like that recently, and they've really made me think. Made me try to come up with ideas as well, because it's a problem that desperately needs solving. The monetary disadvantage that people with disabilities, are visible or otherwise, the disadvantages that they're at. It's like they want to be able to afford a luxury item on their own. It's just, it's like, nope, it's too goddamn expensive, and I don't get paid enough because, I don't know, I've been rid of the capacity to work a conventional job that would earn me enough money to comfortably afford that luxury item. So I can get by, I can afford essentials like food and stuff, but that's it. I just want to live a happy, meaningful life. It's just, no, society just denies me it, because it's like, oh, you're unlucky enough to be mentally ill, so yeah, you just, you don't get to live, really, you just get to exist. Really? You're gonna let it keep going on like that? Because I'm not. If the laws are insufferable, they need changing. If nobody else changes them, I will. Right, now with that out of the way, actually, I think I should shout out the one who I was talking about. I haven't even known about her for very long. Think her, I think her Twitch channel name is Little Motac. Nah, I think that's her Twitter handle as well. Yeah. So if you're looking for a voice of reason when it comes to things like accessibility in gaming in particular. Then, yeah, should look no further. So you found the right person. So yeah, check out our content, like Twitter and everything. Yeah, and she does like group discussions as well with other people who have things like conditions that would give them more than just knowledge about those topics, but understanding as well, because it always helps to have both of those instead of just one or the other. So yeah, progression needs to be made, advancements, improvements, certain ways that things are at the moment that need to be made different, need to be turned into a new way. I don't know how much effort it's going to require, and I know it's not going to happen overnight. I just know it needs to happen. Like we that fall into that category, we need something that just makes it fair. That we can just afford those things. That let our lives just be all the more pleasurable. Just as comfortably as people without disabilities do. Oh, it's taking it out of me right now. Just to that's how I know it's worth doing, though. Yeah. If it requires you basically Shawshank Redemption it and stuff, and like do all that, the repeated actions and stuff, and just keep plugging away until something finally gives. And yeah, that's how you know it's worth doing. if I'm not babysitting them, they'll just die. Everybody just stop dying. You know what I mean? It's all about getting kills, not about winning. Me versus an entire team. Teammates just busy doing nothing. Donkey nades. Fiat nades there. That one that was in the POTG though, that could have been better. I think I only got 2 of them with it. I think I could have got 4. Gotta give a shout out to my dude ML7. A lot of how good my Ana gameplay is now is thanks to him. Content he's created, skill he's flaunted. Yeah. You're gonna take pointers from anyone, you might as well take it from what is basically the best, at least in terms of content creators. Anyway, yeah, the best Ana player there is. I think Orisa is the only one that altered of my teammates. Yeah, you know you've got teammates that are trying to lose when they literally never ult. It's like I'm ulting over and over again. Or at least I have my ults sort of coming online like very often. And then yeah, besides Orisa, it's just like it's just sad when I have Ball be the character that at least one of my teammates has been put as, and then I just know that like if I'm a support, if I don't pack every single bit of healing I can churn out into him and only him, he's just gonna like just feed and just get himself killed. Like he's constantly trying to do that. That's only a teammate Ball though. Like, enemy Ball is just like any sort of character that's on the enemy team. They just they don't care about winning. They just want to kill you, and they just as soon as you start killing them, they just cower away. They just refuse to die. I've long since learned that. Oh, somebody's already got the that skin for Symmetra, eh? Guru, fitting name. It's yeah, it's oh, they're just lighter in there. Come on, let's just move the payload. Bad decision. Yeah, fuck off, insect. Of course, the teammate Sombras die that easily. I don't know why my teammates are just ignoring the fuckers. It's like they're all shooting at all of us, and you just not even paying attention to them. But why? Are you just content with letting them all kill us? Dumbass. Typical brain dead fucking console Genji. They never just think, oh, they know I'm gonna do the flex, so they're not gonna shoot at me. They're like, oh, I'm doing the flex, oh, come on, shoot at me, oh, destroy yourself for your own damage, please. Kind of sick of mocking brats, actually. But an endless slew of them. The torrent just constantly gets thrown at me whenever I play this game, so yeah. Man. I wonder if they are a fellow fan of Seven Deadly Sins. That's probably the favourite character. Can't say I blame them. Like, he's not my favourite, but he is a pretty cool dude. I think my favourite's Merlin, but I seem to have the most in common with Meliodas. I think you could just say I'm like Merlin on the inside and Meliodas on the outside. So in terms of spirit and soul and like just personality and behavior, I'm like Merlin, but like physically, in terms of the nature of my anger and how I am in battle, yeah, Meliodas. Not least because my Mars sign is fire element. Meliodas is the dragon, son of wrath. Just judging purely off how long that player was remained as a certain character without dying. Yeah, notice how when I went at that D.Va as well, she just suddenly got peeled for by Echo, and like that never happens for me. Yeah, my teammates never peel for me like that when I suddenly get assailed by an enemy. fuck is everything? God damn it, I didn't judge it right. That was my bad. Silly fuck. See, they'd all rather just kill me than win. Just ignore my teammates. Now, thanks for just letting her hack me like that, guys. Pathetic shit. He would just run away, wouldn't he? It's always a Sombra, isn't it? Oh, do you not like it, Sombra? The enemies keep getting put as characters that counter you. Like Diva and Torb. Oh, do you not like it when they're just the annoying cheese fucking bullshit isn't enough on its own to carry you? Iliari carried. It's so sad that it has to work like this. Just literally a slot machine. Once in a blue moon, you hit the jackpot. And this game's equivalent of that is you get a set of teammates you can actually win with. Yeah, funny how the try-hard Mercy is on the enemy team, but never my team, isn't it? Yeah, of course the Mercy would go for me. Of course she would. And that nobody goes for her. Yeah, she's lucky enough to just get ignored by all my teammates. Somebody. Oh my god, I'll do it then, for fuck's sake. But you just really don't want to win, do you? Fuck. Everything expended to get me. It's never enough, is it? Like, they're literally all focusing me down. You're supposed to be killing them while they're doing that. And you just don't. Why? Not happening, Pissant. You're dead. Oh, yeah. Really? You don't want to stop us taking it to the end? Oh my god, that Iliari! Go on, lass! She's right, you know. I think I can go until 12:30 a.m. And right now, as I'm saying this in the recording, it is 11:50 p.m. So about 40 more minutes left. So run away, coward. How are you still dying? There has to be a fucker in the way, don't there? There could just not be. Yeah, everybody looking at me. Nobody getting punished for it. God damn it, they all have to die for no fucking reason. And of course, Hanzo lets him live. They're just gonna let this Cass keep wiping them out, aren't they? Fucking hell. Literally had no reason to die there. And we kept getting kills over and over again, so they could have altered. My teammates could have altered to fucking save themselves. Oh yeah, good for you, brat. You got a meaningless kill. You still lost though. You're worthless. Put in all that work as Widow. That's probably the best Widow match I've ever had. Oh, I ain't losing that one. Fucking hell. Alright, if my teammates make me lose it, then yeah. Yes, it is the teammates, not the enemies. The enemy's strength is irrelevant because, yeah, as long as my teammates are strong, then it doesn't matter whether my enemies are strongest or weakest or anything in between. Because, yeah, just there's no hope for the enemies. If I've got teammates that are at least in the same league of strength as me. I think I'll make that the last one actually. Because it's past midnight and yeah, I could just do a bit more general discussion to close it out. Whoa. I don't know what it's doing there, but that's not for now anyway. I think I'll do that off stream if it's trying to do. Actually, it probably wasn't a cutscene. Yeah, I was thinking it was a cutscene. That's why I instinctively pressed back. I kind of wish I just hadn't have tried it out in the first place now, because yeah, it might be a way that it only is the first time and then that's it and then never again. So it could at least tell you it's going to do that. Oh, that'd spoil the surprise. Surprise not required here, mate. Oh yeah, this is a perfect way to close it out. Yeah, the battle pass. Could peruse the items and stuff and give my opinions on them. The strength of the Omnics that have been built to imitate the like Overwatch team. Yeah, the strength level seems to be determined by the number. So Ana must be the strongest because the one that's built to imitate her is called the A7000. So there's all of the others are numbers lower than that. So yeah, I agree with anyone who said there's something a bit funky looking about the head of that skin. It's just the way it can look because it's a mechanoid and stuff, and it's like made a bit less odd looking when the helmet's on it. Yeah, he did. Could have come up with a way to transform what you don't like, but because you're pathetic, you decided to just get angry about it and fight it. Yeah, it's what a baby or an animal would do because they're all instinct. They're all just take action without prior thought. You expect more than that from someone like Ram, but yeah, sadly, they just got to make him a angry pea brain because and a delusional fool because that's how you have him, I don't know, irresponsibly use his power, and then the heroes actually have a job to do, and that gives meaning to the story and the game and all that crap. Yeah, contrivance abounds. That's an alright highlight intro. And there's my spirit animal, the owl. It's nice that Stalk is a freebie. New levels of edgy have been achieved with this Torb skin. So if someone wanted that, because I think before this one, the edgy skin it had was trying to remember its name. Deadlock? Yeah, I think it's called that. Yeah, I think the one I use is called Chopper. Yeah. Deadlock is the shadow to Chopper's Sonic. So this would almost certainly be Mephiles. If you're wondering about the naming convention, I'm pretty sure that character was named as such because it's basically just the name Mephistopheles, but with some letters missing. And if you don't know, I'm pretty sure Mephistopheles is the son of the devil. They gotta be careful with these names they come up with, like Overland and Overclean, because you remember, like Overwatch, yeah, the name of the game. If you were to use the words that that name's made up of, then in a sentence, like I'll watch over you, yeah, you gotta think like, would that actually make sense, like to land over something or to clean over something? So yeah, I think they're gonna be careful with that. Hmm. Machines have emotions. No, they do not. Emotions are tied to reactions. Reactions are more than just emotional, they're physical as well. So you don't physically react to something if you don't feel. Or like one of the main things you feel is pain. Machines literally don't have pain receptors because they're mechanic, not organic. It's also why they don't heal, as in automatically. Yeah, their own body heals itself once it's been injured. Yeah. So what they get for that price is that they're, yeah, less easily damaged. As in, what they're made of is tougher. Yeah, it's, higher density than things like flesh, blood, and bone. That's the Chaos Emerald! My first thought when I saw that is, did he need this? And then I realised it's a victory pose, not an emote. Because it's kind of like his sitting emote, yeah, because I think pretty much every character has one of them. And then, yeah, so it's a victory pose, and I'm like, ah, oh, right, sort of an equivalent of that, yeah. Hmm. The Violin of Despair. I think it's built to only produce minor scales. It's reminding me of something, is that? I'm pretty sure there's a thing in a game somewhere where it's, yeah, it's like it only churns out sort of things that would cause harm or death or something. Yeah, when it's not normally something that would is like a food stuff. Yeah, like sort of like a vending machine or something like that. Yeah, it's like something the villain, like the main villain of the franchise, sort of built. Yeah, like to churn out those things that like would be very bad for your health if you were to consume them. I think I remember what it is. I think it's from Mario Party, like Mario Party 4 in particular. Yeah, there's a section of the game called the Present Room, and if you meet certain conditions, you can unlock these presents, and like each one will be based on a character. Like I think there's a Goomba plate you can get, and the description is if when you throw it, it flies. Pretty cool. And the shower. I think that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, it wasn't a food stuff. Yeah, it was there's like a Bowser shower head you can get instead of churning out water like a shower normally does. It just spits flames. Instead, it's not a shower you want to take. You just turn it on. You just be like, let's see here. I'll just turn this nozzle and. So yeah, it would make for a hilarious skit, like a parody or something. But yeah, I think there's a Waluigi item as well, or I can't remember what it is, but it's something along the lines of like the piano or something like that, where it's like all the notes are A, and that's it. Like there's no B, C, D, E, F, or G. It's just all A. It's probably because of, like, wah! W-A. Like the main thing he says. It's like, what? So I can produces that. I don't think that's the actual note of A, though. I'm trying to remember what it is. Because I'm a musician myself, I like sort of remembering these things by ear. I use C, really, the note of C. As like a sort of home, if you will, like something to come back to, and they use as a reference to be able to work all the others out. So I think C would be. Yeah, C. So it would be C B A. Yeah, like that. That was A. G is the Wii menu note, yeah, or the root note of the chord, yeah. So if you go down from C, it's like C B A G, yeah. So it's like. If any of you remember that, yeah, hell, you might still have the Wii if you, well, I have one, yeah. A dark one. I got around the time I moved into this place. I'm still in now. Yeah, I was playing Brawl on that quite a lot around that time. Yeah, I think it was first quarter of 2012. Okay. If in doubt, don't do it. If I'm not mistaken, I think cairn is something Irish. Does sound like a word from the Irish language. I'm not sure. Yes, this stony, grassy, mossy pig. Typical ISTP. Yes, that's Torb in a nutshell. Yes, just that personality type, ISTP, because it's basically the Mr. Fix It type. Yeah. Also the DIY type. snake wrangler. I mean, yeah, I don't want to trigger any of you, like, in any way, but or seem bigoted or ignorant, because I know it might sound like that, but yeah, I don't really understand why people are afraid of snakes, because they don't have that freaky alien sort of, I don't know, the sort of the whole uh, anatomic sort of or anatomical sort of like structure being completely different to ours thing that spiders have going on. They don't move as freakishly as spiders, and I want to say that one, but it's too edgy and unpleasant and stuff. It's something it's easier to do to a snake than a spider anyway. At least in terms of like how the spider could get away and access a like safe sort of area where you can't get it. It's more difficult for a snake to save itself from any of a certain type of intent you might have. But I wouldn't want to do that to a snake because, yeah, this may sound peculiar, but I kind of find snakes cute. There's just something about the face. It's sort of almost like, well, somewhat reminiscent of like a cat's face. Yeah, it's just something about it. It's probably just I don't know, the way some of them look, because not all of them look like that. Some of them are like have more of a reptilian sort of look to them. But yeah, I just kind of find them cute. Hell, I even held one. Yeah, I had one like literally on my shoulders one time. I went on holiday. Yes, to Greece, as it was pretty much always Greece. We went on holiday back then. And yeah, there was a dude who just had the snake at like this little stall sort of thing on the street near the restaurant we ate at. So it was kind of between where my dad parked the car and yeah, the restaurant and stuff. So we'd just eaten. So we were coming back to the car from the eatery. And yeah, we saw that guy on the way. And yeah, I think my dad saw me looking at the snake and stuff. And he was like, do you want a photo with it and stuff? Because I'll pay the guy like to let you hold the snake and stuff and have your picture taken with it. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. So it was very sort of peaceable though. Yeah, like sort of yeah. It's more than just cute with what it was doing. Yeah, it's just yeah, it wasn't being all chaotic or sort of unpredictable or anything like that. Yeah, it was just yeah, like really chill and laid back. So yeah, the guy just put it on my shoulders, and then yeah, I think its tail was on the right and its head was on my left. So I just started stroking its head with my left hand, and its eyelids started drooping. Like I was, yeah, it was. It's an awesome memory, is that? And yeah, got my photo taken and stuff. I think my dad has that photo now. It was like it ended up being a photograph, as in like the one that would get put on that piece of card and stuff from the film in the camera, because that's how it was back then. Yeah, so he's got like a big, sort of big stacks of them in like folders and stuff. And yeah, I think that one must be in there, like in one of those folders. I think I was something like 12 or something like that when it happened, yeah. So I remember wearing a shirt that I would never wear now for multiple reasons. One, it don't fit me anymore. And two, even if it did, I still wouldn't wear it because it's orange. I hate orange. I didn't hate it as much back then, but I do now. Like, it's easily my least favourite colour. So yeah, it's orange. But it did have a cool design on it though, like an indigo dragon and a sort of white number 15. Yeah, I remember that much. So yeah, that's the shirt I was wearing in that photo. of an about 12-year-old me, yeah, with the snake. Mm. Again, wrong. $900. I think that's the same as the Omnic based on Farah. Yeah, I think Farah's is a P900 and Symmetra is the S900. Of course, the letter in the robot name. The first letter of the character it's based on. Well, the first letter of that character's name. Yeah, skins that have a lot of white in them or a lot of red. It's not as bad as orange, but like just not really a fan. That one is alright though. Purple being its main colour. Yeah, purple's my second favourite colour. So, like usually my favourite of a thing is my favourite colour. It's blue. Like my favourite fictional character is Sonic. But yeah, if I had to think of a favourite one of a thing that I have that's purple, it would be my favourite one of the TMNT. Yeah. Donatello. I don't know whether I can sing that bit of the theme song though, because I don't know if it, yeah, I just sort of do the whole DMCA thing. So yeah, I think I'll hold back for now, just in case. Discus Bap. Probably shouldn't call something dumb if it can crush you. Bap never seems to care. Look how the lid just floats off. It's also affected by the propulsion, whatever it is, or the 0G, or... Oh, Winston will know what that thing is, that force that's being applied. And he's got Hearthstone on his tablet. He keeps going, He really likes that PB. Speaking of which, I think I need more. Yeah, next time I'll get groceries from the shop, I've got to remember to pick some up. I know there's a fair few people that really like this skin, and I can't say I blame them. It is objectively cool, but I'm just like, it's alright, yeah. My opinion of it is, yeah, it's okay. That reminds me of the ID thing I had in college. A bit cheap to be forgiven by the past. Takes more class to be forgiven by the future. You won't be. The future will stamp you out like the overgrown bug you are. Because that's what you make out of yourself. Yeah, Ultron needs to move over so Thanos can take his place. Yeah, we've got the Ultron equivalent character here, and then yeah, eventually, yeah, dare I say it, Overwatch 3 is going to be a Thanos equivalent. Speaking of bug though, yeah, like when I thought if there was a Pokemon crossover, I think the skin that Ram could get for the Pokemon that he kind of resembles is Caesar. Yeah, that's one you can summon from a Pokeball in Smash. Mm. I remember when he sounded a bit more menacing in Melee. Yeah, in Melee it was like Caesar, and then now in Ultimate it's just Caesar. It's kind of just crazed and frenzied. We're one in the iris. Oh, well, we're not one then because the iris doesn't exist. Yeah, I agree with whoever said he just looks like he's a Looney Tunes character or something in this MO. Yeah. So you're calling yourself a habit now? Hmm. I don't know if you can see it, but like around this chest area, there's like a little capsule thing. It's got a banana in it. I can imagine him just like in a crisis situation. He just opens the thing on it, like yeah, he just presses a button and it just yeah, the capsule opens and he just reaches in, pulls the banana out, and then he just eats it, and it's like yeah, just rainbowy and glowing and stuff for his appearance, and he's just crash running through all the enemies and just obliterating them. Ugh, that's the most nightmarish looking. The armor options, yeah, with multiple eyes and stuff, and yeah, it's got somewhat of a Skeletor look to it. Yeah, you've accepted what you are, Genji, but has the world accepted what you are? Lazy. Yeah, they could have put more effort into a victory pose for Pharah, but yeah, that's just if I'm going to put it bluntly and be real about it, yeah, it's just lazy. Huh. Well, everything makes me its nemesis. Ah, yes, for Symmetra. Cowardice is the battle plan, isn't it? Eventually. The Virgo spirit. Its animal equivalent is the rooster. That's my year animal because I was born in 93. Well, November 93. So. And the rooster is a male chicken, and chicken equals coward. So. Yeah. I don't know why they felt the need to give her a look that makes her look snaky, because she's a snake wrangler. It's not like she's the snake herself, but not least because Widow's already got a skin depicting that. Mm. Yeah, that's a very Donkey Kong weapon charm there. He's the leader of the bunch. You know him well. He's finally back to kick some tail. That's Iggy, I think. Tracer's friend. Well, duh. The fact that the end that makes them that good. If it went on forever, all it would cause you is suffering. That victory pose definitely seems like it's been configured specifically to in tandem with at least a certain one of her skins. Barbarian one, I think, comes to mind. Oh god. My immediate first thought when I saw that emote was get the arachnophobes out. It's for their sake, because they won't want to see that shit. Ugh. Don't worry, guys, I'm not an arachnophobe. I mean, well, I'm a Scorpio, so like, yeah. You could say, for all intents and purposes, spiders are my arachnid brethren. So, yeah. They do annoy me though sometimes, but not nearly as much as, well, what is food for them? Flies. Yeah, so that's what makes it so easier, so much easier to tolerate spiders being around me. I'm like, yeah, they're objectively sort of freaky, but I don't care. It's just they, yeah, they help with countering the very annoying sort of fly sort of thing. Like when flies decide to invade. Yeah, spiders help with that. So, some people just ruthlessly kill spiders, and I don't think there's any point having an opinion of those people, because it's not going to stop them doing what they do, but I'm not one of them. I'll just, yeah, maybe just for practicality's sake, if nothing else, yeah, I'll let the spider live just because it helps with the flies. But, yeah. The spiders only really get annoying when they just make like a mad dash, for example, like across the floor, like, and they just distract me, and I'm just thinking, hey, could you not pick that moment to do that? I remember that happened once when I was still playing thingy. Well, when Overwatch 1 was still the thing, it hadn't become Overwatch 2 yet. I even remember the character in the map. Yeah, it was Sigma on Volskaya. And yeah, I was just trying to concentrate, and that's when a spider chose to sort of make a run for it, like near my feet. And I'm thinking, hey. So yeah, I saw it at the corner of my eye, and I'm thinking that's distracting as all hell. Why does it have to happen now? If it was between matches, I wouldn't give a shit. But yeah, flies are the things that I just sort of, yeah, whenever possible. It's not just brute force though that you can use to kill a fly. I mean, hell, you can make it kill itself. Fruit flies, at least, yeah, like, because they seem to love the smell of vinegar, so you can use that to make them launch themselves into their own doom. Yeah, vinegar traps, like I said in previous streams. Yeah, you just get a little container or something. That's like one of those things that's like not a shot glass, but it's similar to one. Yeah, you just fill it partially, just like no more than a centimeter depth, really. Yeah, you don't need any more than that. And yeah, at least one drop of washing up liquid. I don't think you really need any more than 3 drops of it. Yeah, you have to remember the washing up liquid though, because if you forget that and it's just vinegar, you're helping the flies, so you're putting the trap out to hinder them. What hinder is in kill them. That's the ultimate hindrance. So yeah, you just remember the washing up liquid, set the trap out, and yeah, eventually they'll just home in on it, and then when they try and alight upon the surface of the vinegar, the washing up liquid will make them get stuck in it, and then yeah, they get in, they don't get back out, they just drown and die. There you go, job done. Yeah, it's very handy to know that little life hack around this time of year. So yeah. Not really liking that sort of peach coloration and the inside lining of her cloak thing, or whatever it is. Alas. Huh. Trying to inject some Shakespearean sort of way of speaking into the game. That's my deal. I mean, I'm the one that literally has his first name. So I think they should leave speaking as articulately and eloquently as that to me. Oh yeah, I'm the same nationality as Shakespeare as well, and they're not. Last time I checked, Blizzard are American. And here you got the prestige titles. Oh crap! Gonna pick past the mark. Meant to finish around 12:30 a.m. It's like 12:45 now. As long as it's no more than 15 minutes past it. But yeah, hope you have fun, because I sure as hell did. I popped off like nobody's business. As Widow there, I'll humbly admit though, I wasn't expecting myself to do that. Yeah, I really didn't think I had it in me, but apparently I do. Oh hey, I've just checked the event list, and let's see. Oily Booze, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you want more good quality Overwatch 2 content, Wednesdays, final quarter of the day, yeah, so it tends to be, sometimes I start earlier than 6 if I can be disciplined enough. Not too much earlier than it though. It'll only be like 5 or something like that. And the latest I finish really is like 1 or 2 a.m. the next day. Yeah, I always try and make it no later than that. So yeah, check in Wednesdays, Overwatch 2. Winning Wednesdays! Alright. victory, the better, because then I can entertain you. The multiple things, yeah. The glory and just the joviality. And on that note, I think I'm going to end. Thanks for watching. Take care, dudes.